Well, hi, everybody. It is, what is it, Wednesday, June 29th, and I am recording this from my new space. On my Facebook post last night, you know that I'm not feeling well. I took today off because my head has just been splitting and I've got a sore throat. Uh, I am exhausted. I do not have COVID. I did take a test. Actually, I took two tests. And if I'm not feeling better, say by Friday, I'll take another one. I don't think I have COVID. I think I just have a bad cold. Um, it's kind of been going around out here, but so has COVID. So that's why I was worried. And I know some of you were too, but as of right now, I do not have COVID. Now I do have good news to share. So yesterday I started moving into my new place. It was actually available on Monday, but I went on that hike on Monday, and I'm going to show you some pictures of that Devil's Tower hike at the end of this video. So today I'm able to drink coffee. Yesterday I was not. My stomach was really, really upset. It's still a little upset, but it's getting better. Um, it's mostly just my head. And yeah, last night my lung was starting to hurt. So I kind of came over to the couch and I pretty much sleep sitting up last night. And that seemed to help a little bit, but my lung doesn't hurt today. So I think I'm on the mend. I'm taking some Advil or Aleve or whatever it is I've got. And that's helping with my headache. So I'll just keep doing that. And I didn't go to work today, but I'm planning on working tomorrow because, I don't want to lose the money. So in my last video, I said I didn't know if I told you about the stranded family we had here last week. And several of you said that no, I didn't tell you that story. So what had happened was that this family's, we're 6 miles from Mount Rushmore. So from Mount Rushmore to where this road ends to either go to the Needles Highway or Crazy Horse or Hill City, from Rushmore there, it's 9 miles. So the stoplight is about 3 miles away. Well, this family's engine seized up. They were on their way back to Wyoming from Mount Rushmore. And they walked 3 miles to get back to our campground just so they could call somebody. And of course, being from Wyoming, there wasn't anybody close by that could really help them out. And KOA doesn't help people out, unless they get money for it. Well, they happened to come up to my register, and there were 3 adults and 4 kids, and they were carrying a baby. I mean, this baby was only like maybe 5 or 6 months old. And the mom was just exhausted and crying, and she didn't know what to do. And um, you know, they didn't have any money. They were telling me they had like $60 cash in between all of them, and so they didn't have money for a hotel room. So I talked to them a little bit, and first thing I said, well, where is your car? And I said, because we need to be concerned about getting your car off the road. This is a busy highway. So I was able to, and of course, we don't have any cell service here. So I gave them the landline. I gave the number to the sheriff's office. I said, call the sheriff so they can at least get you back to your car, or at least one of you back to your car, and get it off the road and get what you need for the baby. So they did that. In the meantime, I was kind of looking around to see if any of the hotels were available. Of course, then there was a matter of trying to get them there because they had absolutely no transportation at this point. So I said, well, screw it. So I rented them a cabin out here for the night. And in the meantime, they were making arrangements for someone to come from Wyoming to pick them up the following day. and they hadn't had anything to eat all day. So I there's a pizza place here on site. So I went and I got them a couple pizzas, and I said, if you were my kids, I would want somebody to take care of you guys too. So I did that last week. The week before, somebody else came down here. I don't know if I told you about this either. It was a young couple. I mean, they were in their late 20s. Reminding me of my son and his new wife. They had hiked Black Elk Peak Trail, and part of that trail ends up over here if you come down the north rim. But their car was parked at the south rim over in Sylvan Lake at Custer State Park. And it was starting to storm. They didn't know what to do. They couldn't go back up the trail because of the weather. And when you hit the trail from here, it's like a 2,200 feet elevation gain, like right off the bat. So I asked him, I said, "Where's your car?" Well, it's over at Sylvan Lake, and I knew exactly where it was because I had just been there the day before. So and I was scheduled to get off work, in a few minutes. I said, "If you can wait till I clock out, then I'll take you back." So and it ended up they were from Chicago, a really nice young couple, and Sylvan Lake is like only 6 miles away from here, so it wasn't like I was going far. And my car gets 50 miles to a gallon, so it didn't matter. So anyway, uh, that's my two good deeds while I've been out here, I guess. So I want to tell you about my weight. Um, for the now, it's only the 29th, so I'll get a true weigh in tomorrow, and it might go up tomorrow because I'm eating more today than what I did yesterday, or at least I'm going to try to be eating more today. Um, but since I have been out here, I my first weigh in out here was on May 19th. Uh, when I weighed myself, it wasn't my Weight Watcher weigh in, but I don't think there was any difference in that. But so since I've been here, I've lost 7.8 pounds as of today. 6.3 of those pounds have been in the month of June. So now I'm a daily weigher. So that's as of today. And, that being said, yeah, that's a great weight loss, but I'm still like 32 pounds more than my lowest weight. So I'm hoping I can get close to that by the time I go home. But, here it is, almost the 1st of July. I'm going home, at least I'm leaving here. I think October 1st is actually when I'm pulling out. Um, so there's no way I'm going to lose 32 pounds by then. But I've been looking at my 2019 weights because in my spreadsheet, the way I have my spreadsheet laid out, I can see all the prior years, what I was like on this date. And I remember 2019 is when I moved into my new apartment back home. Some of you may remember that. And my goal that day was to get down into Wonderland by my birthday, which is October 11th. So as of today, I am still 6 pounds ahead of what I was. I mean, more than what I was on this day in 2019. But I made it to Wonderland the end of September. So it's doable, and I know I can do it. Uh, and my short-term goal is to get back into Wonderland by my birthday, though, October 11th. And I'm going to be on the move because my daughter's moving to Oregon. So after I leave here, um, I'm going out to Oregon to get Molly back. But that's kind of what is in the back of my head. I want to be in Wonderland by my birthday. So, um, and I know I can do it because I've done it before. So, uh, my new space here, the refrigerator, is it almost looks like an oversized dorm refrigerator. You know, the It's like the bottom part is the size of a dorm refrigerator with like a freezer stuck on top of it. It's not very big at all, and two of us are sharing that refrigerator. So I may be revising how I'm shopping. Um, I still have to think about that because I just brought over what I had over at the other place, and it pretty well filled up that refrigerator. So there's not a lot of space um, to put a lot of things. I think what's going to happen is I'm going to have to just buy smaller portions of stuff, smaller containers. So, but I do have my shopping list made for when I'm going shopping. I get my pension check on Friday. Uh, I'm not sure when I'm going to be able to go shopping though. So my schedule for the rest of the week kind of sucks, really. So I'm 9 to 5 tomorrow, and then I'm 2 to 10 Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. So I was planning on going to Walmart up in Rapid City, which is about a 30-minute drive from here. Um, it's possible that I could go over the weekend. Not sure I want to go over the weekend, but I have to go down Friday. I don't go until 2 o'clock, so I have to go down to Custer to my bank to get the cash for my groceries because I pay cash for my groceries. That way, I know I'm not over budget. If I use my card, I go over budget. So if I get the cash on Friday, then I could possibly go up Saturday or Sunday to Rapid City. Um, but then I'm off Monday and Tuesday next week, so we'll see. I'll just have to figure all that out. I just know that I'm at the end of the line with my food. So there is a grocery store over in Hill City, which is only 10 minutes away, which I might go over just to pick up some, a few things. It's just that, it's a small grocery store, and it reminds me of Churchill's back home. It's just kind of overpriced. So, but in a pinch, I'll go there. Um, Anyhow, I just wanted to give you an update. I'm at my new place. So far, I'm liking it. The lady that's going to be living with me has not moved in yet. I think she said she was going to be coming in tonight, but she's taking a lot of people up to Rapid City tonight to go to Walmart. Some of the housekeepers that she supervises, and actually most of them are my old roommates. I'm not completely moved in yet. I still have to go back to the old place to get some stuff. I left my food scale over there, so that's important. But my blanket is over there still, and I still have stuff in the dressers over there. And I told the HR person here it's going to take me a few days to get out of there, um, mostly because I just don't feel well. I don't feel well enough to go up and down the hill 100 times. So I'm probably going to go over there. They're all leaving for Walmart at 5 o'clock. I think I'll go over there after they're all gone and get what I need and definitely get my food scale. So I measured the cream in my coffee today by tablespoons. And I thought, well, that's all right. That's what I used to do before I started using the food scale for everything. So, all right. Well, I'm going to end this video by showing you a bunch of photos from my hike at Devil's Tower. It was the hike around Devil's Tower is paved. It's 1.3 miles, and I found out something that if you go left, it's mostly downhill. If you go right, it's mostly uphill. Well, I went right, and it was tough. I had to sit down a lot, like I normally do on the hikes. I have to sit down, and which was okay. It was more shaded than Cathedral Spires was, so I could find a shady spot to sit down and drink water. And so I took my time. The lady at the visitor center said, "Oh, it should take you about an hour." Well, it took me a longer than an hour, but I just decided I don't care how long it takes me. That's not the point. My point is to finish. So it does take me longer to do these hikes than it takes younger, more fit people, but at least I'm out doing them. And when I finally get around to doing Black Elk Peak, uh, one of the guys that I work with, who is 21, 22 years old and in pretty good shape, Said it took him 7 hours to do the round trip. So I'm thinking I'm going to probably have to go there about 5 o'clock in the morning to get started on that hike because it will take me the entire day. I know it will, and I'm mentally I'm prepared for that. So, but like I said, I wanted to lose a few more pounds before I start doing that. Because that's a 1,500-foot elevation gain. So, and I've done, you know, decent elevation gains before when I was back in the 180s. Well, I have 30 pounds to get to that yet. So I'm not going to lose 30 pounds before I scale that mountain. But if I can lose another 10. So I'm kind of planning sometime in September to do that hike. I don't want to wait. I don't want to wait too much longer than that because, higher elevation, higher elevation gains, it gets pretty cold and, there'll be snow up there. So, okay, guys. Well, if you haven't subscribed to my channel, please go ahead and subscribe. And thank you for my returning subscribers for following me along. Uh, Stay tuned for those Devil Towers hike. See you later.